Hey, welcome to Full 42. We are doing, what are we doing? 1996, the best movies of 1996. We have been doing these since 1990. Wait, that sounds like we've been doing the show since 1990. We've been doing the best movies of the 90s, 1990, 91, 92, and stuff. I think this is the smallest list of movies that I've had so far.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's still some good ones on it. So not a big deal. But I'm pretty sure we're going to step on each other's toes a little bit on this one.
We will. I'm sure we will. I mean, it's what happens. We do that, especially with some of the caliber of movies that are in this one.
Yep. I have a hurricane heading towards me, but I don't think it'll get here till tomorrow, so we should be fine.
Which means no show next week because you'll be out for the rest of September.
Yeah, we'll see how long the power will be out. We're gonna make Christmas lights. Yeah. They're not Christmas if they're purple, and that's more Halloween, isn't it?
They're all the colors. They're just not all showing up properly, I guess.
Yeah, we're worried about power again. We don't have a generator anymore, so I'm gonna go figure that out.
No.
But we'll see. Hopefully, it won't hit us too hard down here in Texas. But other than that, catastrophe heading our way, and everything's been going on. How are things going on over there?
Good. We had a tornado warning actually today too in the area.
You get tornadoes?
Occasionally, not often.
We only get them with hurricanes, so it's like we always know when they're going to be around, but
right,
they're still unpredictable. But at least you know when.
Yeah. You get more. I guess you get tornadoes more down like central, above north of you, but I wouldn't think Texas will get a lot of tornadoes. I think you get all the hurricanes coming in.
Honey. Hi everybody.
See a lot of you next week.
So we're going to talk about the best movies of 1996. Apparently, there's some kind of quiz thing that you put together for me, or a game or something.
Yeah, that's what I was fucking with off to the side here. This other computer is giving me a problem, but I have a little game to take Chris through. It's just 10 little things. So you'll be fine. It'll be good.
Great.
I don't want to do it.
This feels a little bit like revenge from the last one that I did for you.
No, this
what was
is
that, like 3 episodes ago?
Way more fun than that.
Oh. I thought that one was great. I mean, you didn't get any of them, but I thought that was really fun.
Yeah, no, it was super fun.
Let's see. Let's jump into, while we're waiting for other people to join us. Hi, everybody. Any announcements you want to talk about?
But you want to do the like and subscribe thing? You're all over the place already.
Oh yeah, with the like and subscribe thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hit the things and. Hold on. I got the and I won't cover your face with it. I won't do it. I'll do that one.
Nice.
Just covers your name, but
that's great.
It covers my left ear too. So
good. Yeah. Well, at least it's even.
Yeah. So like and subscribe. Here we got the big one. Covers both of us.
Much better.
Nice and even. Hit the bells and the whistles and the donkeys or whatever's in the thing.
Don't hit donkeys.
Don't. Yeah. Non official 42 thing. Don't hit.
Don't hit your donkey.
Nope. I didn't say your donkey. That's different. Or it sounds different.
What it sounded like.
All right. Let's move on before we get into bad stuff.
Yeah. No, we should definitely not cross that line ever.
Okay. Announcements? You got any announcements for us? We know we got CoosCon coming. That's cool. We've been talking about that.
Next week. Yep, next week.
Next week. Are you gonna be on the show next week then?
On Monday?
Yeah.
Of course.
When's it start?
The question is, will you be on the show next Monday?
Well, fair enough. But when does CoosCon start?
So we'll have our normal CoosCon Tuesday at Bullfinch. And then Wednesday's setup day, so the library will move in on Wednesday. And then once things are set up, I'm not leaving, but I also take forever to set everything up. But Wednesday set up, and then Thursday is VIP, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, it came up quick. It's good though. I got the dice today. I got the Luca shirts. They got it. I don't know if you can see, kind of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So I got those in. I got the dice. I'm waiting on the jerseys and the other merchandise. The other
That's
shirt.
like a lot of work, man.
I stress myself out over it. It's actually really not that bad. I mean, it's 5 years now, right? With the off season of COVID. It's been 6 years, but it's 6 years of a little over 6 years of meeting every Tuesday at the hotel and building the community and gaming together. And then this is the 5th convention. This is the 5th QSCon. There's also last March and this March was Leprechaun. So it's technically the 7th show with those two, even though those are a little smaller. But they're really like
How many people show up?
I put a lot on myself and I stress myself out with stuff, but it's always the community is great. They're always super helpful. They're there like, what can I do? What can I help with? And I'm always like, no. I don't even know what I need to do. Like, go enjoy yourself. They're all super great. The whole thing is great.
How many people show up?
I'm capped at 500. And if all the badges sell out minus the children, because like the child's badges, they have to come with an adult anyway. If it all sells out, it would be north of 430.
Okay. Wow.
Then you have the vendors and, myself and
how many vendors do you have?
9 or 10.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's mostly a gameplay thing, right?
Yeah, much smaller vendor area. Some have been coming since the beginning and some are new this year, but very, very small. Like it's not vendor focused, but they're there and some of them take special orders. Some of them are doing some cool things.
When are you going to do HughesCon?
Yeah, as soon as you pronounce QSCon correctly.
I did.
You didn't miss a beat with HughesCon. Jeez, that was perfect.
Because it's Houston.
Right, but if you just change the H to a C, you'd have it.
Yeah, QSCon.
Perfect. Nailed it. You see your shirt? Doesn't your shirt say nope?
Yeah, nope.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, but you need to come down here and have one in Houston.
We'll just use we need to use your game collection then.
Yeah, I don't want people touching my games.
Mm-hmm. I'm not transporting mine. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
Although in March, fair. I don't bring the collection in March. It's more like the gathering where people bring their stuff, and you have the tables, and like people just play. Like you bring stuff that people are gonna touch.
Yeah. You could do that. I could bring like a few hundred games, and then other people could fill in other stuff. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I'm getting your internet sucks thing. I have the loot painting, which we'll get to, but I have a fun little story from yesterday, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So my friends Jessica and Chad came over. We played some games, hung out with the kids, and Chad's sister was down at a what they called a rummage sale, basically like a board game garage sale, like we do here, but at this store called Labyrinth down in DC. And there's a list of the stuff that was going to be available. So cool, which is awful for me because now I'm making a list of like all the shit that I want, right? And no prices, just whatever. But they went in and they rush you through. This is from her perspective. They rush you through the first time. And then she called and like with the prices and stuff. All right, this is what I got from your list. These are the prices. What do you think? And then, okay, well, we got these. We're going to go through again. And then they went through again and got some more stuff. And on the rummage sale list was a game called Evil Intent.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. So
all right.
I have it on my list because I'm like, I want the copy. So she calls, and I guess the person that put it in the rummage sale like was super happy that it was signed.
Oh,
right. So now I'm getting a QSCon. I'm getting a copy of Evil Intent signed, which I assume will be signed by you.
Well, it's either signed by me and Aaron or signed by me. It depends on which convention they got it from.
Okay.
Because sometimes Aaron's with me and we both sign it. That early on, I think it was both of us. So you'll probably get both of them signed. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
I mean, if you wanted one that bad, I would have just sent you one. We could have
I
signed
have
it.
one. I got one. I bought one. Where the hell was I? Was it I think Noble Knight Games had, when I was going through something that I needed, I saw Evil Intent. And it was like Kickstarter edition. I'm like, oh, that's funny because they're all Kickstarter editions.
Yeah, right.
But
It's the
it was
only edition.
super cheap, so I bought it. So I have one, but now there's another one now that's signed but it's signed. I don't know who by, so I'll have an update on that later.
I think Aldi would mind if I borrowed his BGG's library.
A lot of those places, like if you go on, what is it, tabletop events, and you go down to board game collection or board game library, a lot of people rent them out, and you can rent them for the weekend.
Huh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you don't need to.
No.
Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe someday you'll even play it.
Maybe I'll have you teach it.
You don't need to.
I want
Bring it to the gathering. We'll play it.
I will. I'll bring the non-signed.
Don't get anybody that I actually respect to play it with us.
Oh, I'm gonna make a big thing about it now. Be ready.
All right. So I don't have any announcements. I don't think. Do I have any? I got nothing.
I don't know.
We have Luca painting, and I have some show and tell, of course.
Cool. Yeah, I got the show and tell banner in there too. I feel that's cool. You never had announcements, but you have show and tell stuff, which is neat.
Yeah, I don't have anything I can tell people about other than the fact that oh no, I can't even say that. I'll tell you after show, but I can't say it publicly. I
have another announcement.
Okay.
Because you were like all shady about stuff that you can and can't talk about. which reminded me it probably has something to do with this. Not this, but this adjacent.
Close to.
Yeah. So I said on last week's show that Peter was sending me the deluxe Flamecraft for QsCon for Play to Win, and he was sending me the all-in Andromeda's Edge for a prize or a raffle. I don't know what I'm doing with it. It's unbelievable that he's sending that. He's just tremendous. But he did this.
Oh, that's cool. I got those guys right there. Batman's watching over him.
If you remember, last year around this time, he had sent the Fire and the Bread Dragon for Luca and Mika. And when I gave them the dragons, they immediately hugged them. And they like the picture that I got of them hugging the dragons was stellar. And I posted it. You can go go back a year and find it. So I set them up and I asked them which one they liked better. And they didn't fight over one. Luca liked the purple, the potion, and Mika liked the crystal. So they grabbed it and just they did the same exact thing.
Oh, that's cool. Just instant, this one's mine.
Immediate. And then there's Luca.
That's cool.
They were so super happy about
I like his shirt too, the Toy Story shirt.
Oh yeah. That was today. Mika had a doctor's appointment. Mika's got a Ninja Turtle one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It really it's cool as hell. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
he was so happy.
That's cool.
I have a
Did
picture.
you show did you get a chance to show Peter that? He'd love to see that.
I sent it to him, yeah. There's the Ninja Turtles sweatshirt.
That's great.
Isn't that cool?
I like the classic turtles are still hanging around.
Mm-hmm. I think they'll always stick around. Yeah, so that happened today, which is super great. And I mean, I can't thank Peter enough for being so generous with that stuff. And I did send it to him and he did the same thing. He said, oh, just like Di did. Eric had a big announcement happen yesterday too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, him and his wife are expecting, and they had the gender reveal yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool with the he sent you the deluxe Flamecraft and the Andromeda. So have you opened up to Andromeda yet?
I don't have the Andromedas yet. I got the Flamecraft, 2 dragons, but I haven't gotten Andromedas yet.
Gotcha.
That looks like a monster, that box.
Ooh, yeah. So it's not an announcement, but I played it twice this weekend. I got it Saturday and I played it twice.
Nice.
And you would think, that I'd be tired of it, but I've only actually before this weekend played it once physically. Other than that,
you played it on the show. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I've always played it on Tabletop Simulator and stuff like that. So
they're playing it tomorrow. I don't know whose copy. It was either Todd, Luke, or Dave, but their copy came in, and they're playing it tomorrow at the bar. So I'll try and snag some pictures to share for next week as well.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I enjoy playing it. It's really cool whenever you work on, and whenever you work on games that you actually really love to play and stuff like that. Because I've, many years in the past when I was with other people, I might have worked on some things that weren't my kind of games.
Oh, really, Chris? What games were those?
Nope. Nope. No reason to do that because they are somebody's games, right? But it's always cool whenever Andromeda is going to be my top 10, easy.
It is really good. It's amazing.
It's a big game. It took 3.5 hours with Aaron and I to play just 2-player game and kind of knowing how to play the second time. Now, to be fair, we played the long game because you can choose a short, medium, and long game, right? We knew what we were getting into. So, Evil Dead. Yeah, I kind of like that one still, but it's not. That's just because it's mine.
Look it up, Dave. I'll bring my copy next week to QSCon. It's
not good.
His art. It's
like right next to Troubles right there. That if you look on the purple side right there, that's Aaron. I drew her as a character in there. I'm in there as well.
You are.
Okay, so do we have nope, don't be interested.
Oh, wow, Alan. Gloves up, man. Gloves up.
It's deserved. I haven't gone yet. All right, so we have a Luca painting?
I do. I have a Luca painting.
So
he's turning 3 in November, so I can't no longer 2.5. Like I got to round up now to 3. He's turning 3 in November. He's been doing watercolor on canvas for 2 Decembers. It'll be 2 years in December now that he's been doing this. He started on a small 3x3. Now he's doing 4x4, but they are watercolor. Some of them are multicolored. Some of them are just single colored. So I went back. I've been doing a lot of overlay and multicolored lately. So I went back to a single color one that he did back in May.
Nice. Okay.
So I see something. He called it something. But what do you guys see?
Ooh. I got several things that popped. I got a really weird thing that I kind of want to draw myself that popped in my head now. But I'll wait to see what other people say because I don't want to. I want to see what the comments start to say.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine. Okay, so okay, that's a good guess right there. Reptar.
Yep.
From the what is it? The kids, Chucky and what is it? What's it called?
Child's Play?
No, not that Chucky. From the cartoon show.
Oh yeah, not Doug. The
Rugrat. Thank you.
Yeah.
A probably tropical jungle tree on a mountaintop. That's close to what I'm seeing.
That's a good one. I like that one. Good job. Good to see you too.
Boogie. That's fun. Like that. Okay. Yeah, everybody's telling us Rugrats because our brains don't work.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, tell us what else you see. I see all right. So imagine it's an island.
Okay.
Right? And you've got the jungle kind of going up there, but the island is in the shape of a teapot. Yeah. and it's called Teapot Island. And there's like a little, like if I were to draw it, I'd have a little waterfall coming off of the spigot part, you know?
Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like something that'd be like an Alice in Wonderland or something like that.
So are we now designing a game called Teapot Island?
Yeah, that's our next one.
Okay.
I can't have any more. I'm working on 6 games right now.
Holy shit.
I think I'm going to have 6 prototypes whenever we get together.
Including ours?
Including like 3 of ours.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's including the ones we're okay.
Yeah. So I can't add any more, but we'll put Teapot Island on there. I don't know what that is. Looks like Lion Dragon from Avatar. Lion Dragon. What's the Lion Dragon? I don't remember that one. I've seen a lot of Avatar. Jurassic Park. All right. So what did you see? And then tell us what Luca said it was.
I can't unsee Oogie Boogie now. Oogie Boogie is a really good one.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. But
it's that part. It's the thing that I was saying was the teapot part. It's that part really looks like one of his arms or something.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And then obviously his whole thing. But I see, what was it was it 94, 95, the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
So I remember when it took over and there was all the swirls. Was it 93? When he finally put the mask on, all that stuff was happening around him and he was like,
okay.
So there's the mask, but like this is the eye, the right eye with the mouth, and the left eye would be like.
Oh yeah, I see the mask. Yeah, it's kind of like looking up like that, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So that's what I saw. You want to know what Luca?
Island.
Luca called it.
Oh, okay. Where he goes off to that, it's like a little island. It has like just a little bit of water around. He's like sitting there, and I forgot what that was called.
Oh, I like the Godzilla behind trees. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now I can't unsee Teapot Island either. God. All right. So that's what Luca called it.
Frog. Okay. Let's see the frog again. All right.
Just a frog.
Like on the road?
Like a dead frog? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He just called it a frog.
You'd be like, what's happening with the frog, dude? No. I mean, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So if I remember
wrong, it's Teapot Island.
Teapot Island's a good one though.
Or Oogie Boogie or Godzilla behind that. Yep.
Oogie Boogie, I think, was my favorite.
Crap. This is what we get for talking online.
I'm not looking. I'm trying to find the full 42 organizer so I can see what number this is.
Eric said he trademarked Teapot Island.
Ah, great. Thanks, bud. Oh, no. All right. So today is the 9th. This is number 82.
No.
This is the 82nd painting that has been on the show.
He's painted more paintings than I have now, and I grew up painting.
Yep. 82. Well, that's 82 that I've shown on the show, not including the ones he did in Ocean City on the piece of paper.
Oh, right, because you have tons and tons of
north of 300.
Yeah, you can make a whole wallpaper now,
and like Mika's starting to do it. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. So yeah, that's Teapot Island.
Okay, so we get a little bit of show and tell. I know we'll get to the top 5 movies and all that stuff. We like to let people get into it. I like the. I got a couple things from Kickstarters, right? So
nice.
I had the Arzium RPG come in.
Cool.
And I got to tell you,
Red Raven,
the Red Raven world, basically above and below and near and far and all that. Sleeping Gods. I got to tell you, first of all, I love the sketch.
Yeah.
Part of it. I just love looking at that stuff. But I've gone through a lot of RPG stuff. I've played RPGs all my life, and just in like the scan of this, it looks really cool. I mean, I really only got it because I like to collect RPG books and look at how the systems work. And I don't play most of them. Like I've got the the Airbender Avatar RPG. I don't think I'll ever play it because I don't think I like the systems, but I love all the lore in it. But this one, I mean, it is really well written, which shouldn't surprise me because he writes really good rule books. But RPG books, yeah, Ryan like it. RPG books are much different than rule books, and he's done a really good job. He must have a similar history in RPGs and stuff. So I might actually run one of these or something sometime.
Ooh, maybe
we'll do it online. Yeah, maybe we'll do it on the show. That might be fun. We still need to do our Star Wars one.
We do. We need to set that up.
We'll probably do that as a special show or something.
Ryan is a sweetheart of a human. He's one of my favorites because not only does he do the writing and the design and the development, he does the art. Like he's just, when he was doing a lot of his earlier stuff, it was him, right? And then he brought his family on board and they started doing stuff with him. But my 10x10 that I think I've shown on the show, instead of it being games, what I did with it was had designers sign their name on the dry erase, but in Sharpie, like it's permanent. And when I met Ryan and had him do it, he did that.
That's fun. Oh man, that almost looks like that's like a little radish, right? I think they're look at that radish right there.
Yeah, he was just at the booth at Gen Con. I could tell you, I think it was 19. Could have been Gen Con 19.
It is.
Was just signed.
It is really weird. Not weird, but interesting to me that like if you look at his style of art, normally if you do a lot of artwork for a number of years, you start changing your styles. He's kept to his style like religiously. That's got to be tough to do. I wonder if he's experimented with other styles beyond that. But
yeah, I love the world. He sucked me into Above and Below like immediately. The art style, the way that it had the caverns underneath and everything, like the whole storytelling and the narrative. He gave you such this world. You filled in the gaps on stuff, but like it was a really cool world that he created, and then he just leaned into it with Near and Far, and it's super cool stuff.
I got That's
what we need to do in April, man. We need to odds.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Creature Caravan is his new one that I got.
Nice.
I haven't played it yet, but it's Tableau thing and stuff. A lot of his typical icons and stuff. Looks good.
Those Tableau things.
Yeah, I like Tableaus. And then, I got this thing. So we talked about that already.
That is mad. You fit two of your heads in that thing.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. It's insane. But oh man, that's so fun. We already talked about it. It's a little self-serving. So one more thing to show and tell. This thing you already know about. But about 5 seconds after our last episode, I broke the back of my chair and flew back. And I was like, why couldn't that have been on the show?
Oh, I totally forgot that happened. We closed the show. It came up. How did the stream go? It couldn't have been 15 seconds. Like, no shit. Couldn't have been 15 seconds. There was this pop, and you just saw, I almost saw the bottom of Chris's feet. Like, his soul left that screen for a second.
Yeah, I don't even care about the chair. I just wish it was on film.
Oh, God.
I just wish it happened during the show.
If you had just laid out and your feet on the show and your feet like that, there's no reason to continue the show. That is the best that the show would have ever gotten.
If that ever does happen, hurry up and just hit end stream. That'll be it. We can't do better than that.
No, it would be a half hour of hilarity. Like, oh my God, I totally forgot that happened.
End it with my feet up like this.
God, that was great. That was
yeah, so that's the second chair I've broken. Like one
chair, and I'm like, oh my God, it was great.
Yeah, so that's my show.
Just ended the stream.
I know.
If I had gotten you to talk about something just a little bit longer.
You never know.
I know.
All right, what you got some show and tell for us?
No.
All in fun?
No. Played a lot of games yesterday, though. I was very happy.
Anything new to you?
No, it was all stuff that I could show the dice. I got my dice. No, I'm gonna save it. I'll save. Well, for those that are watching, that are coming, and maybe you get a little bit of a preview.
GooseCon?
Yeah, the QSCon dice.
Ooh,
I don't know.
those look fun.
It's blue and pink. It's like a sharp blue with like that neon pink in it.
Dice.
That is not coming in.
No, I can see the. Yeah, I can see it. Really.
That's a little better.
Is that on the 6 or the 1?
The 6. Come on, who wants to roll the logo on a 1?
Well, there's the philosophy that at least you get a fun picture, even though you
Sure.
get 1.
Yeah, that's true. We played. No, 1 was new to me actually. We played Sausage Sizzle, which is still great.
You talked about that last week. Yeah.
Just stupid fun. Sausage Sizzle. We played Panda Royale, the one where you roll in the dice and you get a new die every round and add them up. Like that went really well. Played Wasabi, our Maki Master again. Played it last Thursday in person for the first time with the because we had played it on the show. But I played it yesterday again. Still love it. But I played for the first time.
I need to get that game.
What?
I need to get that game.
Maki Master. Yeah. I played Veiled Fate for the first time.
Oh, okay. How's that? Because that was one of those games that I saw it at Gen Con whenever it came out. I think 2000 something. Whenever it came out at Gen Con, the last one, I think 22 or 21 or something.
Yeah, I think
I went there. I saw it and I was like, oh man, that looks awesome. I'm so glad I backed it. And then I went home and then found out that I didn't back it.
Yeah.
I was like, I could have bought it right there.
Yeah, I backed it. But we played Chad's copy and Chad has the metal figures with the metal totems and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Nikki. You'll see them in a week.
So how was it?
I didn't know what to expect and I really liked it. Like it's much. It definitely rewards second play because then you kind of learn. Because the idea is you want to have you want your god to be the most influential.
Right.
You don't want anyone to know who you are, so you're given one, and you get to look at it, but no one else knows what it is. And you're playing. You have 2 actions on your turn, and you're moving them around, trying to complete quests to get renown or whatever they call. I think it's renown. Is it renown?
Points.
What it is? Yeah. For the gods, but you have to kind of jockey other gods in there because you don't want people to know who you are, because then when you play to a quest, you're playing fate cards to the quest in either the light or the dark, so it's the feather or the scorpion. And then when the quest is filled up, you take all of those cards. Somebody else might contribute because of the quest is demanding 1 or 2 other players contribute a card, and then you shuffle and reveal like Dead of Winter kind of style. And then if it goes feather, then the gods that are in the quest will get whatever's on the feather side of the quest card. And sometimes it's lose renown, and sometimes it's you got to go to whatever the hell the abyss, which isn't necessarily bad because you can get the benefits for going down there. I didn't think I would like it because my IV Studios is Moonrakers. Like Moonrakers is fantastic, but they did a really good job with this one, and it shouldn't really be too long. Like maybe with more players.
Right.
For my first game, I want to play it again. Like I want to break mine out now. I was very, very surprised by it. And the replay through it, the replay value of it is through the roof because your quests are shuffled and dealt out. Your city cards are different every time. Your age cards, there's only 3 of them, so those will be different. What you have in your hand, how you're using your feathers and your scorpions, like that's going to be different. So it's really good. It's really
That's
good.
cool.
I don't know if you need metal upgrades. Like those are okay. They look really pretty, but they fall under the Red Rising problem with the metal colors. Like there's 2 greens, one's teal and one's green, but they look really similar. And like I was the orange player and I didn't pick it. It was dealt to me, but I was the orange player and the character didn't really look orange. So like at that point, you're like looking, if you take too long to find your character, it's like, oh, well, they must be one of those because they're close. Like that, I didn't like at all. And the plastic bits were definitely clear. Like you knew what was green, you knew what was teal, but the metal had that little bit of I had that Red Rising feeling. I'm like, ah, fuck, here we go.
Red Rising. Well, Veiled Fate for me, like I haven't played it, but the box cover sold me. I love the artwork, and I was like, oh, I gotta get whatever that is. So
yeah,
I need
the
to
board
get it.
was a little warped. Like it has that problem with it sitting. If you're that kind of person, it's got the board that has the puzzle pieces to stick together, and it's a big board. It doesn't need to be. I mean, the quest cards are big, but they sell a wooden version of it that's one piece that sits flat, but you obviously can't put it back in the box, and now you got to have some place to put a giant wooden board. But yeah, it's good. I recommend it. It was a lot of fun, and I want to play it more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was it. And then I forgot what else we played. Maki Master.
And you had a big game night. Normally, your game nights are Tuesdays.
Yeah, this was just we hadn't hung out in a while, and like I said, Chad's sister was doing that flea market thing. So we did. I can't find the other picture. I know we played 5 games, but I don't know what the other ones were now.
Is that a Salacious B. Crumb behind you?
It is. It's a Kowakian monkey lizard.
Kowakian monkey lizard. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Mr. Old Man Puppet back here wants to wave and say hi to you.
Yeah. The left side of my computer, it's almost like my Gatorade bottle does that to your side of the screen. Like,
oh, well, I can shift if you need to.
I don't look at that. I look at your left eye and your left ear exclusively because I don't look to that side of your face.
He's your biggest fan, man. Old Man Muppet is always watching.
I'm sure. I love him. I thank him so much. It's so nice of you.
Yeah. He wanted to wave. So
bye. Stay there in the corner. I know you're
everybody's freaked out by him.
I know you're bringing it up because you have some fucking plan for him now.
I have no plan. No plan. I just thought it was funny. He's waving for
you. Okay.
I saw your Kowakian monkey lizard back there. No pun intended. Or no entendre.
I mean, whatever you call it, man. That's fine with me. And yes, we should play next week, maybe.
Go. All right. Should we dig in?
I'm with you on this.
What's with people and puppets? I don't get it.
Should
we dig in with the top 5 movies from 1996?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So this was, I said earlier, this was a kind of a short year. Normally I have a list that goes in the 20s or 30s, and this one I got 19 movies that I thought were worthy of at least mentioning. I did see one that was so bad I wrote down to make sure I mentioned that it was that bad, but everybody knows it's that bad. And it was a Star Trek movie year, but of course I don't put Star Trek movies or Star Wars movies on these lists because that it would just be obviously on top. So
while we're talking about, and that's a good reminder because I forgot about it. While we're talking about Star Trek and Star Wars movies, we had that sad news today of James Earl Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sucks. Too bad.
And he just retired, 2 years ago, I think, when he's like, I am officially done doing Vader's voice. I don't know what happened. I don't know what.
I mean, he might have just, officially retired. I mean.
Right. I'm saying I don't know what happened, like what he passed away from, like what it was.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know he was 93, so, But yeah, that's unfortunate. He always seemed like a nice guy in interviews and shows and stuff like that. I've seen him in. So
he's in a lot of iconic stuff that we've talked about on.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So we'll start with a downer and then we'll go up from there.
Actually, kind of curious. Is he in any of these movies? I don't think so.
Lion King and Coming to America are the two that I think stand out from the early 90s, but I don't know.
I was thinking of the Jack Ryan movies. But yeah.
Oh, cool. That's interesting.
That's cool. Yeah, because what are they going to do in the future? Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, if they do anything with Vader's voice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I always thought it was weird that the minute the helmet goes on, he suddenly spoke that way. Because you can say a voice changes, but his articulation is different, you know? I
Um,
almost kind of wish, like in episode 3, they made him speak a little more like there was never a time where Anakin said no, blah 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 blah. You know, or he didn't put the
mm,
gravitas or like pause in the way he delivered stuff. He was like,
yeah,
no, 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 no. You know, and so you would have, even if it was James Earl Jones's voice,
yeah,
it should have been like, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." I'm just saying, like the
yeah,
cadence was
yeah,
completely different. But yeah,
yeah. And there was a little bit of that with Kylo, right? And Adam Driver's voice, like when he didn't have the mask, but the cadence was the same because it was the same actor.
right.
Like,
I will say that in Obi-Wan, though, uh, Hayden Christensen playing him did kind of do that because he would say, "No, I am what remains," and
yeah,
that kind of pause and stuff felt like the James Earl Jones voice,
yeah,
and I thought that was really cool. So I just kind of wish they had in episode 3 had done a little bit of that. But
yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Cool.
um, oh yeah, AI with his voice, yeah, that's pretty. That's
That's
pretty
neat.
cool.
That's neat if they did.
You know what? I'm not scared of AI at all because so far Alexa has not figured out that "We Are the Champions" comes after "We Will Rock You," and until it knows that intuitively, it's not going to be dangerous to me at all.
Huh.
Yeah, it does add to the mythos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway, sidetracked. We're not even supposed to be talking about Star Wars. That's the entire point.
We're
supposed
talking
to-
about movies, and
We are
that's
talking about
something
movies.
that we should talk about.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I also noticed this year, and maybe you feel different, but there were no good animation movies this year.
Oh, Beavis and Butthead. Come on.
No, no.
I tried. I couldn't do it.
I'll admit that I watched Beavis and Butthead when it was a show, just because I was that age, and they showed video clips of stuff that I was watching and thought it was funny that they were making fun of it.
Yeah.
But you know, anytime a cartoon gets its movie, that's when its downfall happens
Yeah,
to me.
for sure.
Like for whatever reason, I just stopped watching the show after that. I don't know why.
Mm.
That's how it was with South Park, with Simpsons. I just kind of just stopped watching. I
Mm.
mean, it's Simpsons is still going, South Park is still going, so it's not like they care what I'm watching. But
Yeah, when I was going through the list, and it gives me all the lists that were done, all the movies that were done from January 1st, 96 to December 31st of 96 in like its popularity order, like most grossing, whatever it did. And I'm scrolling through and I get to like 160 or 180 and it was Beavis and Butthead. And I was like, I don't even think I need to go anymore. Like if that's where that's at. And I normally go like 4 or 5 in, I'm like, that can't be. And yes, Eric, Hunchback was this year. And
I never watched it because I read the book when I was younger, and I really thought the story was kind of like I thought the story was really cool. And I knew Disney would not do that story at all. I was like, I don't need to see that weird Disney version.
it's good.
I never actually saw James and Giant.
James and Giant Peach is good too. They're not the caliber of stuff that we've been talking about animated wise, right? Your Lion King, your Toy Story, like it's not there.
Now, since I hadn't seen James and Giant Peach, my guess is that's probably the best animated of this year. But
yeah. Oh yeah, Hunchback did well.
Yeah, sure.
But it was a Disney animated, like that's why.
Yeah.
And also there was another fucking Dragon Ball Z movie.
Of course, there's going to be one every year. It's
Unreal.
the 90s.
It's unreal how many, and they've been every year since the 80s.
Right. I don't think they all went to theater. I think they were all just like straight to TV, DVD, whatever.
They're still making them. It's crazy.
All right. So let's talk about our number 5. Our number 5 from 96. Okay. Do you want me to start this time?
Did I start last time?
Yeah.
Then yeah, you start. Whatever.
I think. Yeah. All right. So my number 5 is a I don't want to say classic, but it's got so many almost said expansion sequels. It's got tons of sequels. Not everybody made it into the next sequel for obvious reasons. But it took a whole genre of stuff and kind of turned it on its head to make it more popular in a way.
What?
Yeah, it's Scream.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So before Scream happened, it's a goofy movie, obviously, and it's meant to be that way.
Goofy movies a different year.
Oh well, but it's meant to be that way. But it really kind of like before that, horror movies were this really like offshoot thing that either you watched them or you didn't, and they were Troll or Critters or Freddy or campy stuff or something like that, right? And then this really kind of like became a horror movie you could show people who don't even like horror movies. And since then, we've had tons of other stuff like that. I think it opened up the horror genre pretty well, and it's fun to watch. And I really like that they, yeah, it had some good scary moments in it. But I like that they even kind of made fun of themselves, where they talk about the genre of horror music. I mean, horror movies where you can't have sex because if you have sex, then the bad guy's going to show up and kill you, and then of course it happens, and
yeah.
So
and you can't leave the group, right? You never split.
Yeah, never leave the group, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had the rules, and of course the rules proved to be true. I thought it was fun, and honestly, at the end of the movie, I was surprised because they had a good ending. It really did.
Yeah.
So
that's a good pick.
And I mean, it's got enough more movies after it to prove that it's got a strong audience. So
yeah, but fucking Sharknado does too, right? I'm not gonna say that
that's fair. That's fair. It's fair. Yes, Cabin in the Woods is amazing and took that even further, and I love that movie. No, that's a great movie. A lot of people don't like that movie that much, but
yeah, I like that one. Scream was good, but it's not even on my list.
Not even on the list.
No, I only wrote down 12, and it was there, and I considered it, but it was like I watched it. I never really fell into it. Like I wasn't like that was amazing. Like the ending was cool because I couldn't figure it out, so that had something. But it was very. I don't want to like not campy, but it was like, it's not what I wanted from that movie. It wasn't like.
Oh really?
Yeah, like if it was Leslie Nielsen making fun of a horror thing, like Naked Gun was making fun of like action movies, right? Like if it was that, then I going into it, then cool. But it was
anytime they made comedy into horror, it was something like Haunted Honeymoon or Blackula, or like something really wacky to where it wasn't horror at all. This actually was like the first time that really combined humor and horror at the same time, and I think it worked.
Yeah, it did. It was different. It just I don't know.
And it's not like my favorite horror movie or anything, but I think it deserves to be mentioned because it did something new and different for the genre.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, Ghostface is its own entity, right? Like,
yeah,
it's good. Good pick.
Cool. What's your number 5?
I kind of want to go horror, but I'm not gonna.
By the way, mine are as always, almost always. Ordered from least to favorite, right? Number 1 is my favorite of the year. You're just doing 5 movies you like. Okay.
Yep. 5 from 1996.
Just so people know,
not in an order.
Put in the effort of putting them in order and who didn't. That's
of the list of 600 plus movies that came out in 1996. I have 12. I will talk about my favorite 5.
Okay.
As I always do.
Fine. Yeah.
All right. I will start with. I like that you went with that. I'll do this. All right. I'm going to go with From Dusk Till Dawn.
All right. That's my number 2.
Good. For those that, if you didn't watch last week's show, I took Chris's number 1 and number 2. I'm very proud of myself. Not thinking I would, but I ended up doing it. So I've already got number 2 crossed off the list.
There you got my number 2. Yep.
Good. So yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn I remember that being like, that was the movie that made me want to get a fucking arm tattoo. Like, that movie was so badass. Like, it was such a great action movie, and then it had those jump scares, and it had that action, and it had the Quentin Tarantino stuff, and it was just like that. It all happened in a night, right? They go into this place, shit goes wild, and then they just leave. Like, it even that what happens in the movie was perfect for the name. Like, the title nailed it. Just that movie was so killer. Like,
what's nuts is all that horror stuff happens like 30 minutes at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, you have like this normal, I mean, not normal, you got two criminals, George Clooney and Tarantino, doing their thing and stuff. And you think, okay, it's an interesting movie. I really like Tarantino's character because it would show him seeing something that isn't happening and then react. If you remember that, what was her name? She played Mallory in Natural Born Killers. What was her name? I can't remember her name now. But the actress, like, she flirts with him in his view, but she's not saying that at all.
Right.
And he's responding, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Like, and you're like, "Oh no, he's crazy."
Yeah.
Like you realize. Mm-hmm. I thought that was so great, and I had no idea what was going to happen at the end when I first saw it. And just what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's great. I don't know, like the not CGI, like the puppet work,
the makeup and all that. Yeah,
Juliette Lewis.
Thank you.
I don't know if like you look at it today and be like, oh my god, this is just awful. But in 1996, that movie was killer.
I mean, there's some stuff that is like over the top for that. I mean, I think there's a guitar made out of human skin or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just some ridiculous stuff, but you don't see it coming in that way. You're like, oh my god, Harvey Keitel, and then everybody has to like band together. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. Coming off of like Reservoir Dogs and like that Tarantino kind of style. Yeah, they're not similar. They're not similar, but like having that background in this movie works really well.
One of Salma Hayek's most memorable scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the bathroom stall. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great movie. Good pick.
Thank you.
Taking my number 2.
I'm glad I took one from you.
All right. Well, you want to snake and take my number 1 then?
Yeah, as soon as I write down that this was Chris's number 2.
What's your number 4?
All right. I'm going to just hit the brakes and go totally different with this one. Swingers.
Okay. That's a movie I've never seen and wanted to see for the longest time.
I love that. I would still watch it. It's Vince Vaughn doing Vince Vaughn. Like, from that movie to now, Vince Vaughn is still that kind of, like, there's been some things, like Cool Dry Place was not Vince Vaughn that you know. It was more serious Vince Vaughn. But it's the Vince Vaughn that you know in Swingers. And Favreau it's hysterical. It's a cool, like, get over your ex kind of movie, right? Because like he's struggling to get over his ex, and he meets somebody, like the proverbial you'll find it when you're not looking for it kind of thing. And there's so many one-liners when they're playing hockey on the Genesis. Like, that scene, it lives free in my mind forever. But when he meets Heather Graham's character at the bar, and there's this awkward, like, he feels weird because now he's with somebody else, and she obviously is coming off of something, and that was weird. When they start swing dancing, and it was the first time I heard Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and I played trumpet my entire life, so like as soon as I heard that swing music, I was like, this is phenomenal. And then when they started swing dancing, it was like he could move. Like, that scene was just one cut, like them dance. It was unbelievable. But from front to back, that movie, it's very dated. When they go party hopping from, like, there's a lot of stuff in it that's just iconic that still lives with me. But it's a really fun, it's a fun ride.
Yeah, I've heard all kinds of great stuff about this, and of course, Ella Vince Vaughn and
Mhm.
Favreau and all that, and I've always wanted to see it. I've just never gotten a chance to see it. So
It's worth a go. It's worth like if you have nothing else to do, make some popcorn and just watch it. It's a good one.
nice.
Yeah.
My number 4 is nothing like that. But that's because I put them in order before. Actually, I should tell you what my number 6 is since you took my 2 because everything just shit.
But your order, we've broken your order.
You already broken the order.
Right, but
All right,
like
I'm going to tell you what my number 6 is.
when I took your number 1 and number 2, you made your number 7 number 1. It didn't like you just didn't move shit
Right.
up because if I took your number 1, your number 2 should then be your number 1. So your order is all fucked up. That's why you don't do them in order.
So anyway, my number 4. I'm going to tell you what my real number 4 is.
Okay.
We're talking about swingers.
Oh yeah. Yep.
My number 4 is Phenomenon. No, but it's a John Travolta movie. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah, he had 2 this year. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. So this actually he had 3 this year. This is a big year for Travolta. We'll talk about it.
Oh, really?
So Phenomenon, for I don't know why, but I've seen this movie tons and tons of times. I think it was like coming on TV all the time. Maybe just because it was such a they didn't have to blurb anything, like it was family friendly or whatever. But this is the one where he sees a light in the sky and he starts getting these powers. He lives in a small town and he's starting to get things where he can start reading minds and moving things with his mind. People kind of go crazy, and not crazy, but kind of like scared of him and treating him differently all of a sudden, things like that. And he can't sleep. And I just really found it like a great character piece. I thought it was great all the way through. And for whatever reason, it always kind of charming to me. And I've watched it many, many times.
Interesting. I think I've seen part of it, and every time I hear Phenomenon, I think of LL Cool J.
Why?
He's got a song called Phenomenon. So
okay.
Yeah. But
I
now
think
I hear Phenomenon and I hear Phenomena. So now
yeah. Well, that's what the original song was called, Phenomenon.
really,
But no, yeah, that's where it comes from. And the Muppet, because whenever the guy's singing it, you can't tell what he's saying. He's going around Phenomenon. And so the Muppets make fun of it by going Phenomenon. So, but everybody knows the Muppet version.
I didn't know that.
The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know.
So yeah, Phenomenon.
Yeah. So you're gonna back up to your number 3 with another John Travolta movie?
No, I'm not going to change it. Is that a true story? Phenomenon or about the music? I believe the song one is true. I didn't just make it up. I wouldn't do that. Maybe. Now I kind of want to. Okay, so my number 3. It does sound like something I just made up. Yeah, so my number 3 is
going for a while. It was Phenomena, and I actually had to change it.
Yeah.
Like every time I got a text, it would be Phenomena.
It's stuck in your head forever. Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
My number 3, hard change from this one, is Fargo.
Oh, good one. That's a good one.
So I'm a big Coen Brothers fan. This isn't my favorite of theirs, but I really, really like it. In fact, if you ever watch the series, the series is awesome. And I haven't seen all the seasons. I've jumped.
Yeah.
Like I watched season 1 and I jumped up to the Chris Rock one. So now I need to go back to the other ones. I don't know why. I saw like a picture of the Chris Rock series because it's different every season. Yeah, it's different characters. But I saw it. I was like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." So I just watched that season. So I need to go back and watch those. But
I lost me in 2. Season 2, I started watching, and I think I went into it thinking it was going to be as good as season 1 with Martin Freeman, and it wasn't.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll keep that in mind. The Martin Freeman one so far. I mean, Billy Bob Thornton's character in that first season is amazing. I love that character. But that's the season we're talking about. The movie's still awesome. It's still great. The characters are great. you really feel like you're in that little zone of the world with their accents and the don't you know and all that stuff. I love all that stuff. Every time I hear that accent, I always want to throw a don't you know at the end of it because it makes me laugh. But
they lean into it hard. It makes the movie that much better to have that as part of it for sure.
Yeah, it's got Buscemi and all the other people. And I mean, it's fun. I always think of it whenever I see a wood chipper.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can't go this year without talking about Fargo. So that's my number
Fargo's
3.
a good pick. Good pick.
So what's your number 3?
Me? Yeah, that's my pick. You went twice. That makes sense. I'm gonna go with one that I can't not talk about. Happy Gilmore.
All right, that's way down on my list, but it's there.
I still, again, with the one-liners, like I would watch that. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I don't care how stupid it is. I would watch that anytime it's on. It's just, and they're doing 2, which I think is great. It's going to be, I think, direct to Netflix.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's just the hockey player turning golfer, the back and forth with him and Shooter, like that whole. It's just the down and out and coming back and like, oh my God. I just recently used It's Only Just Begun. I think I used it to, did I say it to Eric? I might have said it to Eric. I said it to somebody, but I there's so many things from that movie that were like, that just stuck. Yeah.
Yeah, the price is wrong, Bob.
Yeah, like the Mr. lady. Like when he's visiting his grandma in the old age home and he smacks the air conditioner and drops, like she jumps on because so many iconic things from that movie that were just.
See, that's the thing is that why it's down on my list is because it is on the list, but it's down on the list because I only saw it once. I was already on the done with the Billy Madison thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a different character, and he did some different stuff with it. But I was already kind of like,
Mm-hmm.
So I do remember some scenes from it that I thought were funny. You know, him fighting the Bob, what's his name?
Bob Barker. Yeah.
Bob Barker, yelling at the ball to go in the hole and all that stuff. You know, go to your home. You know, little scenes like that, but then I can't remember whole bits and pieces in between. So I should rewatch it or something.
There's so like what Eric's saying there, like there's so many one-liners that you can use in direct to TikTok. That you can use in just like as part of your Rolodex of lines you use to people. Like there's just so many in it. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. And I would still watch the hell out of it. The only thing with that movie that I can't stand is that he's wearing a Boston jersey.
I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yeah, I mean, it's still hockey. I get it, but yeah.
All right. That's your number 3. So why don't you tell us what's your number?
I keep spinning in this chair and I keep kneeing the table. So we're not having earthquakes. It's just my knee keeps hitting the leg of this table. Yeah. All right, number 2, because I know you're not going to have my number 1, and I think this might be your number 1, is Independence Day.
Yeah, of course, it's my number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Dick.
I have to because you're not going to have my number 1. So I mean, you should have said it earlier.
I can't say it earlier. It's my number 1.
Back-to-back weeks, I've gotten your 1 and 2. This is great. Yeah, I mean, you can't not talk about 1996 without this. Like the speech, the Will Smith is definitely over the top, like him punching the alien in the face, but like Quaid going up through the thing and the whole like what are we gonna do kind of thing. It's just the cinematography of like the White House blowing up, and it's still bonkers. Like today, if they redid it today with today's CGI, that movie would be unreal. But for 1996 when they were doing all of that, like that was
I almost think it would be not as good because you'd be more focused on it or something. I don't know. The characters are what made that fun. Even Goldblum's dad, he played Alex in Taxi. What's his name?
Yep.
Somebody in comments tell me.
Yeah, I don't know his
I
name.
can never remember his name. He's a great actor. I just have a problem with the name. But that character, the whole thing between them, and then they even had Brett Spiner, who played Data from Star Trek, as the crazy scientist, and I thought that was great. Who plays? It's not Bill Paxton, is it? Plays the president?
Is Paxton or Pullman? I screwed them up.
Pullman. It's Pullman. So his little speech, our Independence Day, everybody in the theater was like, yeah. Like,
yep. Judd Hirsch. Good job.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the movie, it's amazing. It's just from there are a couple parts with Will Smith that are like just the cheese in it, but the story is amazing.
I mean, he was just at this point. He was just becoming. He came out with Bad Boys the year before. He was just becoming the action star, and before that, he was the Fresh Prince, right? So he was going to be over the top and stuff. That's just the character and stuff. But
I mean, it works. He's he's the fly by the seat of his pants, like take no nonsense, bully kind of character.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It is probably one of the least Jeff Goldblum movies, though.
Still has that essence, though. He still had that
a little bit
pausing with the sentences and
sure, but there was just something not like if you go back and watch, it seems very tame. Whereas he's all ha ha all the time and all his other stuff. It's almost like they were like the director was like, stop being Jeff Goldblum for a minute. It's like stop touching everybody.
Yeah.
But I still liked his performance and stuff. It feels like it could have been played by other people. It didn't feel like a Jeff Goldblum performance. So.
Yeah, it's a good one. And you're right. The cast, like the characters in that movie, help that story be better.
Yeah. All right. So you took my 1 and my 2. That's fine. So my number 2 is From Dusk Till Dawn. We already talked about that. Yep. So since we talked about that, I'm going to talk about my number 6. See?
Which is now your number 1.
No, it's not my number 1. This is my number 6, but I don't get to talk about my number 2 because someone else did. So I'm talking about my number 6.
Okay.
My number 6 was The Rock.
Oh, it's on my list. My number 6.
Nice.
It was my number 6, but my list doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why this movie works. Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
And Ed Harris.
That's right.
So
I mean, you got 3 fun character actors, basically. Yeah. It's the most ridiculous premise. It's so stupid. But this one guy that they've had locked away in prison for whatever, and all that stuff. I do think it's fun that some people think that or say that this is a James Bond film, like he got caught many years ago and they've kept him locked away, and because that works. It's kind of fun to think of that way.
I like thinking about that. Also, I mean, Nicolas Cage, whatever, but Ed Harris and Sean Connery are just amazing.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
And it has that, the 90s action things where the music's going in slow motion with the, falling to their knees with the flares and, all that stuff. So it's a fun movie. And everybody talked about it that year. I remember everybody talking about The Rock. So
yeah, that's a good one.
So it's not my number 2. That was From Dusk Till Dawn, but that's my number 6. So.
The Rock. So I don't know what kind of TV you have, but I have a Roku TV. And
I do.
When you're not watching it for a while, you get that screen, right? That has all the things moving along. The Rock is in there. Like that little Alcatraz for The Rock. Like if you can go in, you can Google search what all of those things are, and they're all representing a movie. And Alcatraz is representing The Rock in that one.
It wasn't bad. It just, wasn't as good as the other ones. Well, Alcatraz can be covered under several things. I mean, there's Escape from Alcatraz.
Sure.
Clint Eastwood movie.
That's true. Well, for me, it's The Rock.
Sure. And it probably is. If you look at all that stuff on that scroll, It's it's kind of in the same genre of all what we grew up watching from somewhere mid 70s to 2000s or something. It's kind of where it's coming.
It's got the Emerald City in there.
Oh, that's true. I mean, exceptions.
The one thing that now that we're talking about it, the one thing that drives me nuts, and I can't find it. I think it's what they are. I only see 3 Ninja Turtles.
I know. I have the same thing. I haven't seen this scroll that you're talking about in a long time because I moved to a winter one and I like all of the winter stuff in there. But yeah, I know. I can only find 3 Ninja Turtles. Same thing.
I don't know where the 4th one is.
We're digressing. People who don't have Roku have no idea what we're talking about. It's a screensaver that comes on whenever you're where are the Force Gumps in the show? I mean, I agree. There isn't that kind of level of film quality this year. It's more fun, action, goofy stuff, but sometimes you need that.
Yeah, this is. I'm with Dave. This is definitely a lighter lift of movies. It came off 2 hard years of stuff too, so That's true. Had to give people a break. But the ones that hit, like there's crossover because of it. Like Independence Day is huge. It's a huge movie. Jesus.
All right, so now I will talk about my my number 1, which was Independence Day, but we already talked about that. So I'll talk about my number 7. My number 7.
Your number 1.
Not my number 1.
It's amazing.
So my number 7 is a surprisingly good movie, and I didn't think it would be when it came out because of who it was and how wacky he is. But Cable Guy turned out to be like a actually pretty interesting movie in the end, with the character being nuts, but they gave him like a human feel at the end. And all the references that he's spewing at you, you get and stuff. It was like if you're of my age or whatever around that time and stuff, all the stuff. Even whenever like he goes to like fight him with a pole, he starts doing the music from a mock time episode of Star Trek, and he's doing the same moves. Like he pulls every little old show from back in the day into it. It's great.
Yep.
No, it's not my number 1.
We have it all on the screen.
My number 7.
Your number 1. You're talking about Cable Guy while this is
my number 7. All right, fine. You know what? Here, it's my number 7. I changed the screen.
Yeah, Cable Guy, I think, is probably my least favorite of Jim Carrey movies.
Really? Least favorite?
He was so annoying in it for me.
But that was kind of the point. He was supposed to be annoying.
Yeah, but it didn't keep me. And Broderick was fine, but it just like I was just annoyed by him in that movie.
Well, Broderick played a great like straight man person to bounce the crazy off of, right?
Yeah. I don't think I watched it. I don't think I ever wanted to watch it again. I don't think I like ever saw it again.
I thought it was interesting because the first half of the movie is just wacky. He's a crazy person, and then you're thinking that it's going to end with him like, being more crazy and then just die or go away or be put in jail or something like easy. But instead you get this real like human understanding of where he's coming from. And I thought, oh, that's weird to like, it was just surprised me that they did that.
I mean, everybody can have their own number 1. It's fine, Chris.
The chat. All right. So, what is your number 1, sir?
I think that this is
the one you like more than all the others.
I would say of all of these, Independence Day is still a rocking movie. Like I still like it, and I would watch any of these anytime. But the one that surprised me the most, and it's hard to go back to, but it's one of those movies. I do not like the main actor, but I love.
Oh, I know
the co-star. Primal Fear.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen this. That is not where I thought you were going. Primal Fear?
Please watch Primal Fear if you haven't seen it.
I don't even know what it
Ed,
is.
Ed Norton is brilliant in this movie. It's Richard Gere. Not a huge fan. He does fine. He does fine. But Ed Norton in that movie, there's a scene in that movie that sticks with me, like as one of my favorite Ed Norton moments through Fight Club, through everything. Like he is just amazing in that movie. I'm not sure if that was his first, like that's the one that got him the start. I don't know what he did before then, but that's where I met Ed Norton, and that movie, it's just unreal. They did such a good job with it.
Huh. All right.
He just plays this guy that got fucked. Like he like my cousin Vinny kind of thing, right? Where like they didn't do it, but they think they did, so they got to go through this whole court thing, and he got to prove that he didn't do it. And Richard Gere is Richard Gere playing whatever. But man,
whatever.
It's good. It's a good
Richard Gere is Richard Gere being Richard Gere.
I mean, there's no hooker in this one that he's buying pearls for or necklaces for, so it's not really Richard Gere, but you know.
All right.
So yeah, Primal Fear has always been a favorite of mine. Like regardless of this being the best of like the top 5 of 1996, had you asked me like movies that had an impact or that stuck with me, or that, like Primal Fear would be in there.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've never heard of it or seen it.
To go in.
I thought you were going to say Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It had the one moment like where he was suspended from the glass that you felt like you weren't breathing for a minute because that was like holy shit. But otherwise, it was like your typical kind of espionage movie that was okay.
Well, if you'd seen it, like if you saw it when it came out, they didn't have a lot of movies like that. And at first, I remember because I watched the old show, right? And the old show did great stuff where they tricked people into revealing secrets by pulling these whole con job things and stuff like that, right? And so when I saw the trailer, like, they just took all that and turned it into an action film. And the first half of it feels like that. And then they do like some trick stuff at the end. I'm like, oh, okay. That's pretty cool. And they've kept that flavor throughout and stuff, but it was really cool the first time they did it. I thought they did a really good job.
I like the later ones, and then when you start learning that Tom Cruise like did the majority of his own stunts, like he's hanging out of the plane when the plane's taking off, and like they get better. Just that first one, if I had a pick, True Lies takes it for me out of Mission Impossible. Like I would rather watch True Lies.
Sure, but that's not 96. So.
No. I'm saying like in that genre of movie.
Yeah.
Even though True Lies got a little bit of like tongue in cheek and it's like a little bit more comedy with Tom Arnold or whatever, I would rather watch that kind of spy movie than I would Mission Impossible. Later Mission Impossibles, like some of the later 3, 4, when he's climbing the tower in India, like, and he's actually doing that, like that gets really wonky or bonkers. But like, holy shit!
I haven't seen the last 2.
Yeah,
I heard they were good.
I haven't seen the last one either. Also, Simon Pegg's in it, and he's amazing.
Yeah. One that I really wanted to put in my top 5, I just couldn't quite squeeze it down there, was Birdcage.
That was my number 5.
Is it?
It was the 5th one I wrote down on my list.
Oh, yeah. Birdcage is amazing.
Oh, it's hysterical. I mean, again, Robin Williams. Like, he had two.
Was it Gene Hackman that was the father?
Gene Hackman, Hank Azaria. Yep.
Hank Azaria. Oh, right.
What Robin Williams?
Nathan
Lang. Nathan Lang.
Yeah.
Nathan Lang. He did Timon in Lion King.
Oh, that is such a fun movie.
Oh, it's super fun. It's super fun.
And if you watch it today, you're like, yeah, that's a fun movie. But in '96, that was a risky movie to do. Mm-hmm. It was a different culture, and it's good that the culture's changed so much that it's no longer risky to do that.
Yeah.
But I think that movie did a lot to, I don't know, bring different people to people's minds that they don't ever think about. But it's a funny, hilarious movie all the way through. So
I'm Nathan Lane. I had the opportunity to see Matthew Broderick and Nathan Lane in Broadway doing the producers.
Oh, really? That's
They
cool.
would intentionally try and fuck with each other to get each other to laugh. And I remember something had happened, and there was like a feather boa or something, and a feather fell out and like fell in the floor in front of Matthew Broderick. And you can see them trying to hold it over a fucking feather. They were trying to hold it together and not laugh about whatever. But Nathan Lane he's just awesome. Like his presence, his delivery, the way almost everything I've seen of his, I can't, like, it hasn't been bad. And same thing with Robin Williams. Like he's that caliber of actor. And then Hank Azaria is amazing. Yeah, that movie, it's a really good movie. That was that was a hard one for me not to talk about, but that was right there.
I know. I felt bad not putting it up higher because I wanted to talk about it. So I'm glad we did. Good.
3 others.
Okay.
Like you can't not talk. Like Muppet Treasure Island it's a Muppet movie.
Never seen it.
It's not Christmas Carol, but it's good.
I've never seen it. I've only seen Muppets Manhattan. That's it.
Muppets Take Manhattan. Yeah. Watch Muppet Christmas Carol. It's amazing. Oh, I need to watch Only Murders. I didn't know
Only Murders was great.
I didn't know he was in it. Now I need to watch it.
He has a short part.
That's fine. I don't care. He's in it.
But it is a great show. I'm really enjoying it.
It got renewed for 5 seasons, so it's doing better than
fourth season.
Didn't it get renewed?
It's on its 4th season. Maybe it got renewed for a 5th one, which is great because I'm really enjoying it. But yeah,
it's doing better than The Acolyte. Train Spotting.
So crazy thing, I've never seen Train Spotting.
Oh God, watch Train Spotting.
I've always wanted to see it. Yeah, I've seen scenes and stuff like that, but I want to see the whole thing. Even McGregor, I'm a big fan, so I got to see it.
That cast is unreal. And we talked about Sherlock, the guy that played Sherlock in the TV show. And I don't know his name. You guys can help out with that. Huh?
Cumberbatch?
No. That's not a TV show. That was like a short miniseries. The show Sherlock with I forget his name.
The show Sherlock. Yes, it's John. No, it's Jonathan. No, Lee. Something Lee.
Yep. You're getting there.
Johnny Lee. He was in Hackers.
Yes.
Johnny Lee. Comments is gonna get it before me.
Get it. Yes, the show is Elementary. It did
Miller.
Johnny Lee Miller. It did to Sherlock's character what I think Branagh and Gibson did to Hamlet, where they kind of played it where one was.
You're talking about Elementary?
Like with Hamlet.
Yeah. Oh.
With Branagh and Gibson.
Yeah.
They played him where one you can read it as if he was actually fucking insane, and the other one you read it as he was just fucking with people. They did to Sherlock's character in this one that dancing that dark line of like being addicted to drugs, and like they really did a great job in that. His character, what he did to Sherlock in that show he's amazing. And he's I mean, that cast with McGregor, and the movie's really good. Watch it. It's good.
Yeah. Well, and the whole Elementary series is one of my favorite series. It's amazing. Yeah. So good.
Multiplicity.
Yeah, I saw it on there. I just didn't think it was that great of a movie. And I like Keaton, but
it's not a great movie. But him playing all those parts where things start to go bonkers, and he's got the one that's not all there, and the one, like, all the different characters he's playing. I appreciate that. For
the only reason why I watched it was because Keaton was in it.
Yep.
I mean, Michael Keaton. I like him as a actor. So. But it just didn't do much for me.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. And then Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis.
Yes. Yes. That is a diamond in the rough that nobody knows about, almost. Like, it's something that you just found by mistake one day or something, right? Because I never even knew it went to the theater, but I found it one day. And I love this whole, one guy out in a small little desert village thing. And, Yeah, it was really good.
He finds himself in the middle of a war between two families, right? Like, just great. Yeah. Yep. That show is, it's just the Cumberbatch and what's his name? We just talked about him in Fargo.
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
The Cumberbatch Freeman Sherlock is amazing, and that's one of the best portrayals of what's
A
his name?
modern Sherlock. Yeah.
Right? No, the Moriarty.
Oh,
Oh my!
it's not my favorite Moriarty, but it is interesting. Yeah.
He is unreal as Moriarty in that show.
My favorite Moriarty is from the Ronnie, not Ronnie. God, my brain's not working today. Downey Jr.
Oh yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. movies. That Moriarty is awesome.
Yeah.
And the actor, he puts so much little stuff in there. It's so good.
I liked
And they're making a
Moriarty.
third one.
Yeah, I know. I like the Moriarty in Elementary. I love the Moriarty in Sherlock.
I like what they did with Moriarty in Elementary. It was unique. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen the series. I highly recommend that series.
Definitely.
But we're not even talking about series. You didn't talk about the other two Travolta movies.
No,
I said there were 3.
The only other one I could think of was Michael, and that was okay.
Michael was one of them, right? So Michael, it was okay. Yeah, but it had that feel-good thing, like he's an angel, right? And he's like, I'm going to come down and talk to people and make people feel good and stuff. And that was nice. It was a nice movie and stuff. I have that far down on the list. But Broken Arrow came out this year.
Yeah, that was Christian Slater, yeah?
Christian Slater and John Travolta. And it's a stupid movie. But it's also, there's a lot of fun to be found in it. If you go back and watch it and stuff, there's some fun stuff. The major problem I have with this is I remember being in the theater with my brother, and we saw the trailer for this movie come up, and they showed the end, the bad guy getting killed in the trailer.
Oh.
And we just look at each other and go, did we just see the bad guy get killed in the trailer? And we're like, no, surely not. And then you see the movie, and it was definitely showing that.
Yeah.
I was like, and when the moment's coming up, and I'm like, oh shit, I know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
So I've never seen a trailer spoil the ending of a movie like that before. But
that's the worst. Yeah, it's okay. I think that's like for me. Also, what's Bound Sleepers? Is that the name of Dave's autobiography?
Yep. Mars Attacks came out this year.
That was okay.
I'm glad I watched it.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
You said Happy Gilmore. Jerry Maguire. I mean, it was a major movie. You know, obviously it's not made for you or me, especially at that age. I think You Had Me at Hello is still a thing that people say, though. You're right.
You had
Show Me the Money.
You Had Me at is a thing.
Yeah.
And then Who's Coming With Me? Like whenever we say something, you do Who's Coming With Me? Like that's it.
Show Me the Money.
Yeah, I don't ever use that.
It's a thing. Yeah. I'm just saying it's a thing that was Dragonheart.
That was okay.
It doesn't stand up as much as like Jurassic Park did and stuff like that. Still, it doesn't stand up CG wise, but at the time, that was a really cool looking dragon, and they had Sean Connery's voice for the dragon.
Yeah, so it was good.
I have not seen either one of those.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen Bound.
Sleepers sounds familiar, but I don't think I've seen
Sleepers. I've seen Sleepers is good. Bound, I want to. The main actress. The hell's her name? Not Garcia. If that's the one I'm thinking of, but it does sound like it's your autobiography now.
This was Eraser. Eraser came out this year.
Yep.
Which I would have thought would have been more like 98 or something. It seemed sooner, but Eraser was decent. Eraser was a decent movie.
Eraser was okay.
Yeah. Kingpin was a bad movie.
Is it the bowling one?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson who lost his hand and all that stuff. It's weird because it has all the like makings of what should have been a good movie, but it wasn't.
No. Well, because Big Lebowski is much better.
Hmm.
And yes, I have seen Bound.
He loves Kingpin. Yeah, I mean, I can see someone liking it, but there was just I don't know, it was too sad. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I think the only one I have listed that we haven't talked about is The Craft.
Yeah, until you find out that Balk is an asshole.
Who?
Faruka Balk, whatever her name is, the lead in that one.
She's like the lead bad guy, isn't she?
Well, and she's part of the cult, right? She's part of that,
right. Yeah,
that coven.
Yeah,
but yeah. Whatever. It was a good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was a good. I mean, it was a good. I like that better than Scream for what's her name.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'd watch The Craft over Scream. There was something to it. It was fun. It was different. Although Scream was too, but.
And then one of the worst movies probably ever to be made, Space Jam, came out that year.
That's ruined with the new one, though. I'm so upset about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was fun, and yeah, anything with Bill Murray you want to watch, right?
Mm-hmm. But the Star Trek that came out this year was Star Trek: First Contact, and that was a great Star Trek. It was probably the best Star Trek to have come out since Star Trek 6, since it'd been like 3 Star Treks that you're like, okay, that was all right, and then this one came out, it was really good. So
I'm with you on that one. I mean, Jordan, say what you want, but LeBron's an ass.
I don't know,
Chris. Basketball.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. It's okay.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, you're not missing anything. He's a flopper and he's annoying.
But yeah, so that was movies in '96 and something about LeBron.
Just ruined it. That was it. LeBron comes up and we ruined it.
that ends it right there. You do have something called Descriptions 1996 movies.
I do.
And I'm worried about that.
Don't. You'll be fine. Don't bring that up.
So what did you do? All right. So what are we doing here?
I don't think this is going to work for me.
The whole show? Is this it?
I've been trying to get the other.
You, not me.
No, it keeps going. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking cancel it. Just get rid of this.
The show?
No, not the show.
You keep saying things. Make me wonder.
I'm trying to get the other computer to play nice, and it's just not. It's just not. So what I'm gonna do is bring this up, separate this window.
How many people have given us the little thumbs? We got no thumbs?
Hopefully everybody.
Thumbs up. Thumbs. I mean, I can see how many people have watched us, so I can see when you don't give us the thumbs. I'm just saying. There's a naughty list. There is
a naughty list. All right, I'm not going to be able to look at the comments.
What's that cute little fella behind Mike? I assume you're talking about Luca the Fox and not Salacious B. Crumb?
Oh, yeah. Sam, I sent Sam to you. All right, I sent Luca to you. Also, good to see you. Yeah, that's Luca. That's the QSCon mascot.
He's on your back, too.
He is on my back. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Luca. That's 5th anniversary, so I figured it was time for a change, get rid of the old stuff, and move on. Yes, Nikki. I mean, not this year, but most likely next year.
And a tattoo.
If you come to QSCon, you can tattoo it for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, what is this descriptions thing? Are we not doing it because your computer's not working?
No, I'm just gonna do it a different way.
Oh, okay. Well, then do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it. Go ahead.
All right, can I do
Good.
this?
We're
Yeah,
all waiting.
see, if I do that,
I
I can't do that. If I do that, then you're going to see all the things, and I don't want you to see all.
It's not happening. So said you were going to do it.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
try.
see it happening. So I didn't do it. So I'm going to do it, and he doesn't do it.
Well, I'm going to try and add Google Slides.
Do you want me to close my eyes?
No.
So you can do. Okay, fine. Could have taken a little nap here. You can do Luca the Fox plushie with Winston the Space Dog plushie.
From Relative Space, yeah. That would be good. So if this happens, this work. Nice. Okay, that'll work. So we can do this.
You want me to share that?
I made a little thing for you.
Can we be over here? No, we can't, because then it's covering something. There we go. How about that?
That's good. That works. One of the other ones might work too, but that'll work.
You made a thing for me. Great.
Yeah. So I have 10 movies, their names and their description. And I'm going to ask you to match the name to the description.
Okay.
These are all 1996 movies.
Okay. So we just talked about them all.
And none of them were talked about.
Oh, well, then we're in trouble because I think I've named only ones that I've watched.
Right. But
Okay.
you should be able to, probably not, based on the description, match it to a name.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. These are the names of the movies in question. They are in alphabetical order. The slides are not. So it's not like the next slide is going to be albino alligator. Okay, so these are the 10 movies. Okay, have you seen any of those?
Comments has I don't see what you're talking about. It still says descriptions 1996 movies.
What? Why?
Look at your screen.
Oh, I have to do it from here. Oh,
there we go. Okay.
Interesting.
Oh God. Okay, so albino alligator. I think I've seen. I think I know what that is. It's okay. So I think I know what that Eraser. I did talk about. So I know that. I know who Kids in the Hall is. No idea about Electra. Killer Tongue that didn't fit in the box.
No, so on my screen it does. I don't know why it doesn't fit on that one.
That's weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Rollergator, Repligator. Oh God. Wow. Okay. And Killer Condom, you actually showed me the cover for earlier today, so that's funny.
Yeah, that's an actual movie that came out in 9. Yeah, on my screen, Killer Tongue is in the white box. I don't know why it's not showing that, but whatever. Yeah. Again, these are movies that came out in 1996, so that is not Elektra from the Marvel Universe. That is not Solo from Star Wars. These are
right. I assumed.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you haven't seen any of these?
I might have seen albino alligator, and I have seen Eraser.
Okay. Well, let's see how well you do.
That's all I get. Okay. A robot soldier escapes after learning he will be deprogrammed and helps a village who are under attack by rebels. Okay.
So I just want to, I'm not saying that this is the answer, but I just want to see if something works here. If I change this to...
All right. I know it's not Eraser. So if you want to use that as an example.
Does that change on the screen?
I don't see anything change now.
Oh, the bitch.
It's a good thing we tested this out early before.
Why doesn't it change on the screen?
I don't know. Because you're awful at this?
Well, I mean,
right.
I'm sharing the screen, so why wouldn't it?
I'm going to pick. Do you want me to pick right now, or?
Yeah, we're gonna do this a different way.
What? Why don't you just put up the? Why don't you just put up the screen that showed all the names of the movies, and then ask me the questions yourself. I'll try not to look ahead. Right there.
Well, the answers aren't there. Like I don't have it's not like the answers are there. But what I want to do is, if you said albino alligator this and I did this, then you could see that that's the answer.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, that's what I wanted. But that's fine. I don't even know what color gradient. Is it that? Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so those are those. Well, you see them there. They're all there. So what do you
Okay.
think?
All right. Robot soldier. I'm either between Replicator or Electra. Uh, escapes after learning they will be to become help under attack by rebels.
Mhm.
I think I'll go with. Oof. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Electra.
Electra?
Try to get that out of my head because all I can think of is the Jennifer Garner movie.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So I'm gonna highlight that's your answer.
Sure.
Okay. And we can go back and change as other ones make more sense.
Or are you not going to tell me what the answer is till the end?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You're gonna come up with all 10 of them before. Yeah.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here's number 2.
All right. Serum gives youth health superpower. Wheelchair bound billionaire Marcus wants it. Sends assassins. Couple tries to escape with serum. Someone else who wants serum, which is now transmitted sexually.
That is written. So there are a couple of these where I had to remove a word because I didn't want to give away something. That is how it is written in the description of the movie.
Who wrote these descriptions?
This is why it was like down on the list in 1996.
All right. Well, I see wheelchair bound billionaire, so I got to go with Roller Gator.
Okay.
These are all bad names for movies, by the way.
They're awful.
Really bad.
Okay. But you notice Roller Gator, Replicator, Albino Alligator.
I already did Electra. Are you going to make that one blue as well?
Electra is on this one.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's your answer for this one is Roller Gator.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about a bank robber seeking refuge in a desert gas station run by nuns, awaiting her boyfriend's release? An alien, obviously, an alien meteorite transforms her into a flesh-craving monster, while her poodles become drag queens.
I'm sure that's supposed to be a deserted gas station, but it might be a desert gas station.
It's a desert gas station.
Desert gas station. Okay. Run by nuns.
Yep.
Awaiting her boyfriend's release, an alien meteorite, because there's all meteorites are alien, I guess, transforms her into a flesh-craving monster, while her poodles become drag queens. Wow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Killer Tongue because maybe she kills with the tongue.
Okay.
I will never watch that movie. Absolutely out.
Okay. And you can
Hard
go
pass.
back. You can go back. Like if Killer Tongue makes more sense for a future one.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That sounds like I messed up.
Just saying.
A witness protection specialist becomes suspicious of his coworkers when dealing with the case involving high-tech weapons. Specialist becomes suspicious of his coworkers when dealing with a case involving high-tech weapons. Oh, this is Eraser.
Final answer?
Yeah, that's the only one that I have seen, and that's the one where they can like see through walls with guns.
Okay.
That's a really bad description of it.
Okay.
All right. What's next?
This is a good description.
A teenage girl tries to help a small purple jive-talking alligator. Okay. I think I already have my answer. Escape the clutches of a greedy carnival owner, as they're all greedy, as well as an assortment of characters so he can be reunited with his owner. It sounds like you're just taking him one owner to another. I mean, I think I'm going to have to go with Replicator. But
Okay.
wow. If anybody's ever thought, I've got a movie idea, but it probably never could be done, just remember that got done.
Yeah. These are all reminders. Like if you have a movie in your head, it could probably be like. There's no reason why it can't be done.
It really all comes down to who you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think I nailed that one. Army experimentation with transporter devices accidentally turns people into alligators. Crap! Oh no! Oh, there's 2 gators. I didn't realize there were. Oh, because the roller. Oh, okay. Okay, crap.
Pointed out roller gator, replicator, albino alligator.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. This one's replicator because that makes sense with the transporter thing.
Okay.
And we're gonna go back one step and turn replicator to roller gator.
I like that you did exactly what I thought you would do. So you're gonna change replicator to roller gator for this one?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we got to go back to the wheelchair bound billionaire.
You do.
Because he's obviously not roller gator. All right. And then
okay.
All right, is that the okay? This sounds like something that's Kids in the Hall. We're gonna go Kids in the Hall with that one.
So we're no roller gator on this one.
Yeah. No rolling on that one. Yeah.
Okay, and Kids in the Hall is doing the sexually transmitted thing. Okay.
Yep. That sounds like the right description for them.
Kids in the Hall, brain candy. Okay.
They're the squish the heads.
Yeah,
people.
Push your head.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back. You got Electra off the list. You've got Kids in the Hall. You've got Killer Tongue. You've got Eraser. You've got Roller Gator. You've got Replicator. And now you have a pharmaceutical scientist creates a pill that makes people remember their happiest memory. And although it's successful, it has unfortunate side effects.
Huh. Pharmaceutical scientist creates a pill that makes people remember their happiest memory. Although it's successful, it has unfortunate. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm going to go with Waiting for Guffman. I don't know what that means, so I'm just going to slap it on there.
Okay.
That tells me nothing. Maybe that was someone's happiest memory, or they were waiting for whoever Guffman is.
Okay. We move on. This one's simple. This one's easy.
Fleeing robbers stumble in a stakeout bar. Oh, yeah, that's Albino Alligator. I have seen it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the name of the bar, I believe. And I think it was, what was his name? Matt something. Matt, yeah, I could be wrong. But
okay.
Matt something.
You seem confident in that one.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one.
Okay.
All right, yeah, look at that. Donnie's saying that was good. New York, a professor's affair with a student takes a bizarre turn when a possessed condom. Okay, well, I think I know. Oh, God. Bites off his penis. A detective and a gigolo join in the investigation, as they do, only to face the killer condom's rampage. Well, I think we know what that is. It's a killer condom right there.
Did you watch the trailer?
No, I didn't watch the trailer.
Dude, watch the trailer.
No.
I'm telling you, watch the trailer. If you ever have...
The poster you gave me was in Spanish. Is it originally in Spanish?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, the trailer is not in Spanish. It's in English. Like, they talk about like, this amazing actor and this power behind it. But if you ever have doubt that what you're doing can't be done or shouldn't be done, or there's no way I can do that, watch the trailer for this, because this is an actual film that was made.
Okay.
Just saying.
That one was a gimme, because it's in the
script. You know you got 1 out of 9. Can't make you look that bad, right?
An aspiring director and the marginally talented amateur cast of a Hockey Small Town, Missouri musical production go overboard.
Not hockey. Hokey.
What? Oh, Hokey. Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Of a Hockey Small Town, Missouri musical production go overboard when they learn that someone from Broadway will be in attendance. Okay, crap. That sounds like Waiting for Guffman. All right. That's a Waiting for Guffman thing. That sounds like Waiting for Garbeau, but they changed it to Guffman. So we're going to do that, and we'll have to go back to the Guffman one. I'll have to pick something else for that. What was that one? Pharmaceutical science. Oh, right. How about Solo for that one?
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you.
You're going to go. That's the only one you haven't done yet.
Yeah, let's go Solo.
Okay.
I don't like the way you say that. Okay.
So you have Elektra. I want to make sure there's no doubles. You have Elektra. You have Kids in the Hall. You have Killer Tongue. You have Eraser, Roller Gator, Replicator, Solo, Albino Alligator, Killer Condom, and Waiting for Guffman. So you have no doubles.
All right. Yep. I'm happy. Locked in. Let's do it.
Okay. The robot soldier that escapes after learning he will be deprogrammed and helps a village who are under attack by rebels is not Elektra.
Crap.
Yeah. It is Solo.
Oh, okay. I must have. Oh, that doesn't sound like I got the Solo one right. Okay.
Well, no. Now we're going to go to Solo.
Oh, we're skipping ahead.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, because now Solo, Solo. Well,
right.
We can go. We can just go.
Yeah, go down the. Yeah.
That's fine. The serum that gives youth, health, and superpowers, and is transmitted sexually, unfortunately, is not Kids in the Hall.
Wait, hold on. Is it Killer Tongue?
It's not Killer Condom.
No, it's a tongue.
It's not Killer Tongue.
Oh. What is it? No. Elektra.
Mm-hmm.
What does that even have to do with any of the other stuff?
No clue.
Okay.
So a bank robber seeks refuge in a desert gas station run by nuns. That is Killer Tongue.
Oh, okay. All right. I was thinking like, tongue thing. Okay, cool.
Good job.
That one I get right.
Yeah. And the one you saw. Witness protection specialist that becomes suspicious of the coworkers is indeed Eraser.
Yeah. I was pretty sure about that one.
Yeah. You did good there.
It's a decent movie.
Yeah.
The only one I know I've seen all the way through.
Mm-hmm. Teenage girl tries to help a small purple jive talking alligator. I don't know how you got it, but it is Roller Gator.
Well, you gave me two gator ones, and
Three.
The other one is a transporter accident, so Replicator makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. I knew you'd figure it out.
Plus, if he's jive talking, of course he's a roller.
Sure. Makes sense. So yeah, the experimentation that went wrong that turned people into alligators.
I mean, that's where alligators came from originally, right?
Yeah,
transporter accidents.
Yeah, I heard that too. The pharmaceutical scientist that creates a pill that makes everybody remember their thing. If you look,
Kids in the Hall.
It's Kids in the Hall. Brain Candy.
Oh, Brain Candy! I didn't even read Brain Candy. That's on me.
Step number 1, read.
Yeah,
I actually said it out loud.
Did you?
Yeah, and I said Kids in the Hall. Brain Candy.
Yeah.
Okay, fleeing robber stumbled into Stoked Out. Yep, you got this one. That's Albino Alligator because you happened to see the movie.
Was it Matt Dillon? I don't remember who was.
I want to say it was Andy Garcia, and could have been Matt Dillon, but I'm not familiar with the movie.
I remember liking the movie a little bit.
Sure. This one, yeah, this is Killer Condom. I mean, honestly, I couldn't not put the word in there. Like, it would have been weird.
Yeah.
But like the one that was Solo, it said a robot soldier named Solo escapes after learning. I'm like, obviously I can't put that.
Okay. Yeah.
So like I removed that.
I was wondering where the name Solo came from out of that at all.
Yeah.
But,
His name was Solo. I forgot to change this because you got that one. You got this one. And then this is Waiting for Guffman.
Nice.
Waiting for Guffman is Jeffrey Rush and Catherine O'Hara and that like Best in Show cast. Did you see Best in Show?
No, but I know what it is.
That cast doing this. It's hilarious. It's real. It's a good one. All right.
I got to see the poster for Roller Gator. Roller Gator.
I don't know if you want to see it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's really good. I don't think I gave you 5. Like I didn't think you'd cross 5.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Gator ones kind of solved themselves,
Sure.
and the condom one named it.
Mhm.
I should have seen the brain candy one. I should have.
Mhm.
I just stopped reading after Kids in the Hall.
I did say that you'd be able to figure them out. It wasn't that you had to go back and forth. It wasn't that complicated, but Replicator kind of definitely helped.
Now, I would have been in real trouble if albino alligator wasn't something I'd seen, right? Because
Sure.
then there's 3 gator things on there, and that could have been real trouble. But
Which is what I was going for. Like
yeah,
having the
but,
3
but I lucked
alligator
out.
movies.
I lucked out with remembering albino alligator.
Good
But
job.
weird that gators were mentioned so much.
3 alligator movies in 1996.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh, that was fun.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
thanks for putting that together.
This has to go away.
I like little quiz stuff.
That'll go away. What is this one?
I don't know what you're clicking on.
That'll go away too.
Nobody can see what you're clicking on.
There we go. I can get rid of this now.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was Descriptions 1996.
Nice.
You did well.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I was in trouble right off the bat, but those are fun though.
7 out of 10. I'm impressed.
We had a episode way back in the day, I think more than a year ago, where I did that, and you did one too, where we threw BGG descriptions of games at each other, and you had to guess the game.
Mhm.
That was harder.
Mhm.
At least you gave me a grouping of movies to pick from.
Yeah.
But when we did the the description stuff, that was really hard to do. So we should
the
do that.
description and having you come up with the movie title would have been equally hilarious and impossible at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
yeah,
Mhm.
Sam, you got to do it. You got to make.
I already see people complaining about animals, anthropomorphic animals being everywhere, right?
Yep.
Of board games. But, you see that at the height of any trend. When zombies were everywhere, people started complaining and stuff. That's just a natural thing.
It'll be a cycle. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing Coral Gardens next year, and how many Coral Reef games have come out this year or the middle of this year? It's like, it happens.
Yeah. I think the next big thing to probably come out is going to be Witches. I already know of like 2 games that other designers are working on, and I know one that's coming out. We talked about that at the op and stuff, and I think that's going to be probably at least a minor one. It's going to be a big one. I even had to change a theme on one of the games I'm making with Aaron, which was Witches. I was like, damn it, all these witches coming out. Let's change it.
Oh, you're not going to lean into it. Interesting.
No. Well, to be fair, we haven't decided if we're going to totally do it, so maybe we'll go back to it, but we'll see.
Interesting.
It's hard. Do you lean into the trend, or do you try to do your own thing?
Yeah, it depends, right?
Yeah. It's one of the 6 that I want prototypes I want to get done.
Jesus, it's good.
A lot of them are really close. Like they're all done on spreadsheets. I just need to make them physical kind of things, and a lot of them are very close. Like our Greek game that we have, that's very close. So
Yep, that and the other one with the sleeve.
Yep. Yeah, you can quote me or something like that, or quote me. We haven't really come up with a name for it, but yeah, all those are pretty much ready to go. We could probably do that online, but we both know the answers to those.
Yes.
So we would need someone else to do it too.
Yeah,
Maybe one day when we have a couple of guests on, we'll throw that at them.
sure, that's good. I like that.
But yeah,
I love this comment. They sound so bad.
yeah. So next week is going to be the day before you start KutzCon, so we'll probably do something lighter, so you don't have to work too much on it. I do have an idea for. I think it's been a long time since we've done top 5 mechanisms.
Okay.
Might be fun to redo that one, but that seems like a little digging work and stuff. We might save that for after KutzCon.
I wouldn't be bad. I don't mind. It would help take my mind off of the chaos that's going to ensue over the days after anyway.
So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah,
if we don't, then we'll do
all of these people in the chat. I'm going to be seeing in person. So like,
yeah,
break me away from the chaos for a little while. Jeez.
On site. Nice. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Tell us what your favorite movie was. Which one did we miss? Which one did we get wrong? Is Independence Day the #1 movie of '96? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I could see arguments for other ones. So,
I don't know if there's any that really would top.
I mean, I can see someone liking The Rock more than Independence Day, or From Dusk Till Dawn, even if you lean towards that kind of stuff like I do. Yeah.
But what's your ranking? Are you going by how much it made? Are you going by like?
Oh, I just mean what their favorite was. Yeah.
Sure,
yeah. I probably by how much it made. I think Independence Day held a record for a long time. Yeah. So.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's fun.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'm going to end the stream before I break another chair.
Oh my God. Just count to 10. Hold on. Before you do, just wait till it goes to 40, 51.
All right. 10, 9.